So Arsenal just showed once again that they are indeed title contenders for the Premier League title come the end of this current season. The game against Newcastle was one of the biggest tests for Mikel Arteta and his team. Being able to come down from a goal down to win at St. James's Park is, for me, a huge achievement. This is a team that has always given Arsenal problems over the years. And so for them to have done that, it underlines one thing very clearly. Liverpool are going to be contenders, but Arsenal will go right down with them in this battle for who will be the next Premier League champions. So yes, it's starting to look very clear. Manchester City, we are not too sure. They are not far off. They're just 3 points, behind Arsenal. So there's definitely, and of course, I'm not writing off any other team, Tottenham or Chelsea or whoever else appear to be. Right now, Crystal Palace, I think, are third. So it's very open at this stage. It's too early to make any predictions. But what we know for certain is that Arsenal will be challenging very strongly for the Premier League title come end of the season. In this video, we're going to be analyzing the next couple of games, the next 5 games, and maybe even going into early December to see what will likely be happening over the next few weeks. Now, let's start from Liverpool. Liverpool have a really difficult October. Liverpool will be playing Chelsea away over, in October, they'll play Chelsea away. They'll play Manchester United at home in October. And then, of course, they'll play Brentford away. We expect them to defeat Brentford. But those first 2 games in October, on the 4th and on the 18th of October against Chelsea and Manchester United, will likely be very tricky fixtures. Now, going into November, they will play Aston Villa at home. They should win that. Then they will play Manchester City away. Most likely, that will be, if at all, that will be a place they're going to draw points. For Arsenal, the next 5 games will be West Ham at home. They will play Fulham away, Crystal Palace at home, Burnley away, and Sunderland away. On paper, all these appear to be winnable games. And what that will do for the Premier League title dynamics, especially around the top of the table, if things go as they seem, Arsenal will likely or most likely be above Liverpool by the end of the next 5 games going into the middle to the end of November. But you never know. December also has, Arsenal have 1 or 2 difficult games in December, and of course Liverpool too have an easier December than Arsenal, just on paper again. But that goes to tell you that anything can happen in the Premier League. When we looked at the starting of the season, we saw how, the first 6 games, everybody thought, how many points will Arsenal get from the first 6 games of a possible 18? The very difficult games. You went to Old Trafford, you went to Anfield, you played against Nottingham Forest, now a very difficult game against Newcastle away, and they came out with 13 points. I think this is one of those seasons. I mean, this is the season where Arsenal will really compete and challenge. We all know that Liverpool definitely, if they don't get major injuries, they will fight right to the end, and they will likely, they're even favorites in my opinion. But this goes to show that the league is very much open, and Arsenal look like very serious contenders this year. Let me know your thoughts on who you think will end up winning the Premier League, because as it stands right now, there's a big talk about who ends up being, top at Christmas. It's still, early days. The dynamics will start to shape up as we go. Bear in mind that injuries will play a big part. And of course, commitments in other competitions like the Champions League, in between all these games I just mentioned, there'll be Champions League matches, there'll be FA Cup games and stuff like that. So these are early days. So who do you have as favorites to win the title? Who do you have, sitting on top of the Premier League table come December? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment, and I'll see you on the next one.